So this is what I built in Minecraft. We have our little world that we created as a class. Really cool. We tried to create dome-like structures. So I created a greenhouse. I was in charge of providing the food. So I created a greenhouse here and also another little garden with some other crops right here. So these are my two buildings. The dome was very hard to create. This was my first structure. Tried to do a dome. It was very difficult, and then I did this structure afterward, and it's a little more dome shaped. So there's a couple entrances to get into the greenhouse and the garden. They are airlock, so there's two doors to keep the air out since we can't breathe on Mars. So we can enter the greenhouse first. So here's my greenhouse. These are pressure plates so you can open the doors. So these are iron doors because you can get the iron from the Martian soil. And the glass you would get from the sand, assuming that we have factories, glass factories and iron factories to get all the materials. There's plenty of stone and rock and iron on Mars. So that's not a problem. And the soil you can get from nutrient-rich waste. So everything is recycled on Mars. Nothing goes to waste, including the water, everything. So the soil would come from the waste. And the crops, you'd bring seeds. And the water, here's my water source. So there's ice all under me, so I dug and found ice. And then obviously melted it for water. So this is for all the crops. So I have wheat, carrots, beets, more wheat. Here's some potatoes, berries, and melon. And then some sunflowers and extra crops up here. Poppy flowers and little saplings. So this is my greenhouse. There's little walkways. That's pretty much it for the greenhouse. There's another entrance over here. There's another entrance. And if you want to go to the garden, it's right here. So this is my garden. There's also some crops. So carrots, more wheat, potatoes, and some more berries. And then just flowers, so people can come here and enjoy the garden. There's some poppy flowers and more sunflowers. Just thought this was a nice addition to the greenhouse. And I worked really hard, so I played around a lot with the floor. So I ended up destroying the floor and then putting iron because I wanted to have the option to have a second layer, a second floor, which I will take you to right now. Go down these stairs. So here is the downstairs I created. So I could live down here. There's also some mushrooms. They don't need light. So this is all just sand and then the iron that you can get from Martian soil. Back here, thought I could live back here potentially if I were to live on Mars. This is a bed. Everything's made out of iron, so there's the iron little shelves. redstone to light it up. Have like a closet there. And I discovered this cool little area. Oops, I'm throwing stuff. So this is all of the ice for the water source. And if you walk over here, you can actually see my water. This is my little, my well where I had the water. And I forgot to mention that I also tunneled, I created like aqueducts that I could get water supply to all my crops from this water source. So they were in the sand, in the underground. But I thought this was a cool little area for water that I discovered. So back down here, this is all under my greenhouse. So I had to build, you know, because the sand falls. So I had to build this under the sand. And then here's another little underground walkway. And this was supposed to be a farm. Me and Laura, my classmate, cleared a bunch of land, and we were intending on, if we had more time, we were gonna have a farm with some chickens, and obviously enclose this off because you can't live with the air on Mars. So we were gonna close this off with maybe glass and have like a chicken coop, but we didn't have time for that. But everything is connected underground. And here's my greenhouse and the garden. And this is another airlock. Go back under. So back underground. And then if you go up these stairs, this is Laura's farm that my classmate created. So we're connected as well. Pretty cool. A lot of water. So yeah, here's my mushrooms. This definitely took me a while. And I built these shelves just to add some more space for flowers. And they're also made out of iron, which is all over the Martian soil. So we'd have factories to make sure we can get all of this. And that is my greenhouse. Hope you enjoyed. You can also exit here. And there's the farm. And that is my greenhouse. I hope you enjoyed.